Hello everyone, welcome back. I hope you all are doing well. Please stay safe, stay home, take good care of yourself. Today's video is going to be on this look. So let's begin. So I've already moisturized my skin properly and now I will be starting with foundation. I am using the Born This Way foundation by Too Faced. I'm going to leave the the shade name and the link in the description box, and I'm just mixing it with this Bourjois foundation that I have. I won't be able to link this because I've not bought this from India and it's not even available in India. The reason I'm using this is because the Born This Way is a little dark on me, whereas the Bourjois one is a little light, so I can't use both of them on its own. So I thought of mixing them both, and also the lighter foundation is a little matte for my skin type, so mixing it with foundation with satin finish kind of really helps me. And the Born This Way has a very beautiful satin finish, so I thought of mixing both of them, and I've blended it quite well with this Expert Face Brush by Real Techniques. For concealer, I am using this LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Pure Beige. This is a very good concealer and it has an amazing shade range. I'm going to leave a link of this also in the description box, and it's readily available in India and you can get this from various sites, but I'm going to leave the site, the link from Nykaa. That's where you can get this. And I'm going to now blend it with my favorite concealer brush. I'm just absolutely loving this brush right now. I am also going to, if I'm able to, find this brush because I bought this from Nykaa, so I'm sure it will be available. I'm going to link this also. If you're looking for a good concealer brush, you can definitely give this a try. Now I'm using a lighter concealer. This one is, I think, by Rimmel. I'm going to leave a link of this also in the description box. The Pure Beige is just the right shade of concealer for me, but I wanted something lighter just for a little bit of highlighting. I'm trying this new technique recently. I usually never did this highlighting thing with a concealer, but I'm kind of liking it. I like the kind of finish and effect it gives. So that's what I'm doing here, and I'm using the same brush to blend everything. And then I will be using the Rimmel Stay Matte powder for setting everywhere, all the places where I have applied the concealer. I'm just getting rid of the creases that might have occurred after the concealer application. This is very important. Right before you set your under eyes, you must remove all the creases from your under eyes, because once you set it, you can't really do anything. So it's important to set to just get rid of all the creases right before you set it with a powder. And I'm just applying it everywhere I had applied the concealer, and this is quite a good powder and it's quite reasonable, and you get a lot of product for a very reasonable price. So I'm going to leave a link of this also. I personally really like this powder, and I've seen a lot of people on YouTube use this for just setting the eyelids. I really don't know why, but generally it's a very good powder for your entire face. Sorry about that. And then for the rest of my face, I'm using this MAC, I think, Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Medium Plus. Now you can totally skip this. It's an expensive product and it was a gift. So, and personally, I really like this powder. It's really good and gives a very nice sheen to the face. But you can use the same powder, the Rimmel one, that if you get your hands on it, you should definitely give that a try. Now eyebrows, I'm not doing anything dramatic with it because my eyebrows are anyway not in a good condition. So I just filled the gaps with the Benefit Goof Proof pencil, I believe. And now starting with the eyes, this is just like a plain kajal that I'm using, and it's a creamy one. I think this one is by LA18. This is a very old kajal that I have, but it's very good for doing smoky eyes because it's very creamy and it's kind of easy to blend. So I'm just applying. I'm not being very precise with this. I'm just applying it, and because I will be smudging it anyway. So yeah, so this is where the smudging begins, or the blending begins. So I'm using that orangish shadow. You can use a cool toned shadow also if you want. Now this one is quite warm, and this one is from the Wet n Wild palette. I don't remember the name. I think it's Rose in the Air. I just wanted a little bit of warmth in the eyes. Now, if you don't like warm eyeshadows, so you can also use, a cool toned eyeshadow. But and if you don't want any color at all, then you should have to be, you don't even have to use an eyeshadow. But then in that case, you have to be a little careful with the blending, because you don't want black eyeshadow, and then you don't want to look like a raccoon, because it's not going to be pretty. So just be careful in case you don't want to use a shadow. I'm just using a large blending brush to carefully blend that eyeshadow, because I don't want that black eyeshadow or the black liner to go beyond my crease, because that's what's going to mess it up. So now I'm just going to set that black kajal a little bit with a black eyeshadow. You can use any black shadow from any of your palettes that you have. And I'm using a flat shader brush for this. And be careful, once you have done your base and everything, you have to be a little careful with the shadows. Now, I don't really have any fallout with the shadows that I have, but some of these palettes can have fallouts, and you don't want to ruin your foundation and everything that you have done before this. So just be a little careful. And this might require a little bit of blending. If you, I am personally huge fan of smoky eyes, and I love smoky eyes. So I can take my time blending the eyeshadows. And in case you love smoky eyes too, then you would know that how much blending how important blending is when it comes to smoky eyes. Now, this is something that I kind of regretted doing. Now, I thought of adding a little bit of glitter on that black eyeshadow, which I kind of regretted later. So I topped it up with a little bit of more black eyeshadow, because I was not liking that sheen that much. I should have just left it after the last blending I did. You can totally skip this, because it's not going to it's kind of not going to make it look as smoky as you would like. So I think I did it off camera. I just topped it up with a little bit of more black eyeshadow. Yeah, that's what I did. So you can totally skip this if you don't want that shine, which I also did not want. You can just skip this step. So as you can see, that shine on my eyelid is it has kind of reduced. That's because I just did that off camera. I just topped it up with a little bit of more black eyeshadow. And then I just tight line with a black kajal. I think I used the Colossal kajal, and now I will just curl my lashes and apply some mascara. Now, I wouldn't say using fake eyelashes is that important for this eye look, because anyway, you have a lot of smokiness going on if you are attempting this look. But if you still want to use lashes, you can. I never do. I'm just going to work with mascara here. And just to highlight the corner of the eyes, I'm just going to use a lighter eyeshadow from the same palette. So I'm going to use that same shade for the brow as a brow bone highlight. Actually, I should not do this because my brows are not in a good shape anyway, but fine. If your brows are not like mine, you can definitely do this step without worrying at all. And then I'm just using that same shade I used on my crease for blending the black eyeshadow or the black kajal, and I'm just going to run it through my lower lash line also, to make the look or complete the look and make it look more smoky. And right after this, I'm going to apply, let's see, what am I applying? Yeah, mascara. I actually wanted to use kajal on my lower waterline also, but I skipped it because I can understand a lot of people may not like that much smokiness on the eyes. Personally, I really like it, but I kind of skipped it so it caters to everybody. And then I'm taking that black eyeshadow. Now that this is only because I did not use the kajal on the waterline. I am just going to take a black eyeshadow and I'm applying it very close to my lash line, so it does not look like I'm wearing a lot of kajal. And I've just only applied it on the outer corner of the eye, as you can see. And then on the waterline I am applying a nude eyeshadow, sorry, not eyeshadow, it's a nude eye pencil. Now this is a very good trick. If you have smaller eyes, then you can definitely do this trick. I really don't need it, but in case you have small eyes, using a nude eyeliner on your lower waterline can make your eyes look really big. So here I'm just doing a little bit of contouring. I'm using the Freedom, I think this is the Freedom Pro contour kit in the shade medium. Now I'm not sure if this kit is still available. This is a very, very good contour kit. It comes in 2 shades and it's really good and it's very blendable. But I bought it many years ago. I'm not really sure if it's still available. In case I'm able to find it, I will link it. If not, I'm going to link a good alternative down in the description box, so don't forget to check that out. And I'm going to use the same contour kit. I'm just using the lighter shade this time. I usually use a mix of both for my cheekbones, but I just use the lighter shade for my nose because I don't like too much shadow or too much darkness around my nose. But for my cheekbones I use a mix of both because one is too dark for me, one is too light, so a mix of both of them is really good. And here I'm just cleaning the contour. I just applied a little bit of powder, and this trick is really good. I'm trying, this is a new trick that I've learned and I really like it. Actually, it makes your contour appear very crisp and sharp, and I personally really like it. For blush, I'm using the NARS Orgasm. This is an amazing product, but you don't really have to invest in this. It's a very expensive product. Again, this was a gift from my brother, so I'm not going to recommend buying this. There are plenty of dupes that you can find in the market for this. I'm going to leave some of my favorite blushes in the description box, which are amazing and are very, very affordable. And then I'm using this highlighter again from a very nice and affordable palette by Makeup Revolution. This was one of my first palettes which I had bought when I started out with makeup, and this highlight is amazing. As you can see, it's a very nice poly silvery highlight, but I think it is going to suit a lot of skin tones also. And then I'm finishing it off with I don't remember the shade name of the lipstick, but this is by Lakme, and I'm going to leave the link of this also in the description box. I'm sure you can get it from Nykaa. And then as usual, I'm just going to retouch my blush a little bit, and that's the finished look. I hope you all like this video. You can wear it, I actually shot this for the festivals a few weeks ago, but I couldn't edit it for some reason. So anyway, you have a lot of occasions coming up, so if you want, you can definitely try this look out. I hope you all like this video. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Goodbye.